What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. Blazers get another annihilation at the Motor Center tonight in Dame's first game back from his groin injury in the last 6. And him and CJ both were balling. They both ended up scoring 22 points, shot 50% from the field, and they both dished out 5 assists, so they were cooking. But in that first quarter, so was Bradley Beal. Beal went for 12 points, 4 of 7 from the field, went 3 of 3 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover. And then Bertans off the bench, he chipped in with 5 points, 2 of 4 from the field, goes 1 of 3 from 3. For the quarter, they shoot 48% from the field, 46% from 3. They only get 1 free throw, dish out 9 assists, get 13 rebounds, 4 of those offensive, and have 4 turnovers. For the Blazers, it was Carmelo Anthony giving them young boys work in that mid-range and in the post. And in that first quarter, he goes for 14 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. CJ, he also chipped in 9 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, had a rebound and an assist. And then Dame, he was just kicking back. He only took 3 shots. He had 3 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, dished out 3 assists, had a turnover and a steal. In the quarter, Blazers shoot 65% from the field, 55% from 3, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, dish out 9 assists, grab 7 rebounds, and have only 2 turnovers. And the Blazers are up 37-30 after 1. Bradley Beal still was cooking quite a bit in that second quarter. And to finish up the half, he goes for 21 points, 7 of 11 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a turnover, and a steal. And then Hajimaru, he played pretty well in that second quarter. He went for 8 points, 4 of 9 from the field, had 0 of 1 from 3, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I like him a lot. He's young, and he made a lot of mistakes tonight, but he definitely wasn't backing down from the challenge. I like what I see from the young rookie. For the second half, Wizards shoot 49% from the field, 33% from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, dished out 17 assists, grabbed 22 rebounds, 8 offensive, and have 6 turnovers. Melo is pacing the Blazers in that second half, or in the first half. He goes for 20 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, had a rebound and a steal. CJ McCollum, he gets 13 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover. Dame, he goes off a little bit for 9 points in this quarter. Goes for 12 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, a turnover, and a steal. Whiteside also had 11 points, 6 rebounds, and assists, a turnover, and 3 blocks, which was all in the first quarter. So Whiteside was balling tonight. They really couldn't mess with him. Nobody could. I just like what I saw from the Blazers in terms of sharing the basketball, especially in this first half. They ended up only being up 11, but it just felt like they were in control of the game no matter what they would do, just because of how well they were playing, how well everybody was clicking. You know what I'm saying? They weren't missing assignments really. It was just beautiful basketball on both ends of the court, in my opinion. Blazers shoot 60% from the field, 56% from 3, 15 of 18 from the free throw line, dish out 16 assists, which is only 4 away from their season total. You know what I'm saying? For assists in a game. They go 19 rebounds, 3 offensive, and have 7 turnovers. And the Blazers are up 72-61 after halftime. So Blazers end up putting 72 points up in one half. That's crazy. And it's not like the Wiz weren't scoring. It's just we were scoring way more than what they were. And then they were taking a lot of bad shots. And most of the shots that they were making were jumpers. So that's pretty much how this game was going. In that second half, though, Blazers really put the clamps down on the Wiz in that third quarter. Beal went for 21 and a half, but in the third quarter he only went for 25 points, but he needed 22 shots to get there. So he goes 9 of 22, 4 of 7 from 3, has 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. And then Bertans was the only other guy that came with him. But he had 15 points, but he needed 14 shots to get there. He went 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 11 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a turnover, and a steal. For the quarter, they shoot 40% from the field, 33% from 3, 6 of 10 from the free throw line, dished out 22 assists, grabbed 38 rebounds, 15 offensive, and have 9 turnovers. For the Blazers, it's still Melo. He only ended up scoring 2 points in that quarter, but he leads the way with 22 points, 7 of 11 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, had 3 rebounds, an assist, a turnover, and 2 steals. So he was playing hellified defense on the other end against Hachimaru, and he was battling with Bertans a lot. Bertans ended up getting hot in that fourth quarter, but we'll talk about that later. For CJ, he goes for 20 points, 8 of 15 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, has 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a turnover. And then Whiteside had a really big third quarter, in my opinion, where he goes 18 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 blocks. So he was just everywhere. He was like, whenever guys were trying to go in, it just wasn't working out for them very well. Dame ended up with 18 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. So Blazers, man, they didn't the offense was coming from everyone. Even Simons, I think he chipped in 9 points. Trent Jr. didn't play well offensively, but he had some good defensive sets. So that just happens sometimes. The ball won't fall for you. But Ariza, he ended up in the third quarter finishing up with 13 points, 3 of 4 from the field, and 2 of 3 from 3. So he was living at the free throw line, and he made pretty much all of his free throws. I think he missed 1 for the night. And the Blazers were up 100-79 after 3 quarters. So it was looking more like the Blazers would go ahead and just close it out and have like Dame, CJ, and all the rest of the guys that are in the starting 5 logging a lot of minutes. I figured that they would get sat down, but the Wiz go ahead and go on a 10-0 run early in the quarter to cut the lead down to 11. So Blazers had to go ahead and get their starters back in and secure this victory, because we need everything. So they ended up putting Dame and CJ back in to close the show, but Beal ended up only scoring 4 points in that quarter. He had 29 points, but he needed 29 shots to get there. He went 10 of 29, 4 of 9 from 3, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and steal. Bertans, he actually played really well in that fourth quarter. He goes for 21 points, 8 of 16 from the field, shot 4 of 12 from 3, had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a turnover, a steal, and a block. And then 2 other players for the Wiz, they got Hachimaru had 11, and then Wagner, he had 10 for the game, and they were the only other guys in double figures. For the Blazers, Melo leads the way with 25 points, 8 of 13 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, had 5 rebounds, an assist, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. So, very good game. He was very springy tonight. Had him a nice little alley-oop. Was skying for rebounds. He just looks like he's in a nice little place right now. And it's going to be a very dangerous team going forward. It's going to be very tough to beat these guys if they keep playing like this. I know they're not going to shoot this well every time, but if they're getting to these shots, it's going to be very tough to beat the Blazers right now. We've got the Suns coming up, so definitely looking forward to that one right here over in Phoenix. Whiteside, huge game. 24 points, 10 of 14, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and 4 blocks. Like I was saying before, Dame and CJ both get 22 points apiece, shoot 50% from the field, both dish out 5 assists. And then CJ also grabbed 6 rebounds and Dame had 5 rebounds. So they were out there doing what they needed to do. Ariza, 15 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. And there was 5 Blazers in double figures. And Simon, like I said, Simons, he ended up with 9 points, so he was close to being the 6th Blazer in double figures. And then a nice little stat that I saw about Hassan Whiteside in terms of like double doubles and in all-time rebounds per game. Right now he's at 14.2, and only Bill Walton has a higher percentage than he does in terms of rebounds per game. And then also Whiteside got his 49th double-double of the season, and the Blazers team record for double-doubles is Michael Thompson with 54. So Hassan is really closing in on that, and I do believe he's going to get that easily. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he's been playing, setting great screens, rolling when he needs to, just being a decoy sometimes. He's just been very good. Like an outlet to Dame and CJ when they're trying to go up for a 3, you know what I mean, in the fast break. If he's running with them, it's just beautiful basketball that I've been seeing from the Blazers, especially these last 2 games. And if they get Nurk and Zach Collins back, who I know Zach Collins has been doing like warm-ups and pre-games with the Blazers and whatnot, so we'll see, man. There's not much news in terms of them coming back or anything. It seems like Nurk is closer to coming back than Zach is, but Zach should be coming up on his evaluation on his shoulder. And I seen Whiteside touching his injured shoulder, and he didn't seem like he was in any discomfort. So I'm thinking that he's pretty much ready. So we'll see how this goes. But even if those guys don't come back, the way the Blazers are playing right now, man, it's going to be hard to beat those guys. Even the bench guys. Caleb Swanigan, he had 6 fouls, but played 10 minutes, but he was playing hard, you know what I mean? So I can't really be mad at him for getting those fouls so quickly, you know what I mean? Because he was trying to fight on the plays, you know what I mean? Because he understands what this means right now, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's locked in to make this run. But unfortunately, the Grizz ended up smacking the Nets tonight, so we didn't close in on them, but the Pels did lose to the Mavericks in overtime, so it's going to be very tough, man, going into this stretch. You know what I'm saying? The Pelicans are going to be leaning on guys that are young and inexperienced, so we're going to see how they look. I don't think they're going to make it, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot of talent, it's just, I don't think it's their year. I think it's just the Blazers right now, man. Like the way they've been playing these last 2 games, I know it's not the best teams, but this is exactly the types of teams that you're supposed to try out your new sets and whatnot. And I just like how the Blazers have been playing. The ball's been moving around the basketball, or moving around the perimeter. So people were just getting easy looks. And people just, like, Dame and them didn't look tired, really, today. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a nice, efficient night for the Blazers, man. And I just look forward to this Suns game coming up, man. But I don't really got much else to say. This is your boy P Money. Huge win for the Blazers. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to all my supporters. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm off this.